Hey, what's up guys, Strickbark here and welcome to a little tutorial that I wanted to do for you guys. So I've been getting a lot of comments, hey, how do I get VR for American Truck Simulator? Or maybe you are just stumbling across this because you want to know how to play American Truck Sim in VR. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do that. First, I'm going to do the Oculus setup, and then I will go to SteamVR and all of that good stuff. Because I guess the methods are going to be pretty much the same, but might also be a little different, so I'll go ahead and show you guys. This method does work for American Truck Sim, as well as Euro Truck Simulator 2. They're essentially the same games. So yeah, you can pretty much follow this tutorial for both games. Additionally, I will then show you guys how I personally record my VR setup. If you guys are interested in how to set up your own recordings for this. Alright, so of course you want to go ahead and open up Steam. You want to click on the game, go to Properties, and you'll want to go to Betas. Alright, and then Beta Participation. Yours will probably say None. So you want to go ahead and click on that. And you got two options here. So there's Oculus 1.53 is the current version of American Truck Sim. So if you want to play the current, you would go ahead and select that. However, if you have outdated mods, you might want to click the previous. It's all up to, if you want to use your mods or not. I'm going to go ahead and go with the most recent version. It's going to queue a small little update, so we're going to go ahead and let that go. Going to click back to General, and right here at Launch Options, we're going to want to go to this little bar down here, and we had to add a little line that just says dash Oculus, and this will pretty much tell the game, hey, I have an Oculus Rift, launch in Oculus mode. If you don't do this and you literally just downloaded the VR thing, it's not going to work. You have to tell it what model to use essentially. Alright. Can go ahead and close that now that the update is done, and we will go ahead and click play. There we go. The game is launching. All of your profiles should be here, as well as all of your mods. So there's all of my working mods or whatever. Yeah. One incompatible. Well, whatever. To load in. There's going to be one keybind that you're at least going to want. It's kind of up to you. So this obviously works with the steering wheel. I mean, I always play this with the steering wheel. I don't have it plugged in right now, but you want to go all the way down to the bottom of your keybinds to head tracking, and then reset head tracking. If you have a steering wheel, I would recommend setting a button on your steering wheel for this. It's a lot more convenient, especially when you're trying to get the right seating position. But I'm just going to use F10. Let's go and load into the game. Alright. So this is where your little reset head tracking is going to be helpful, because this is not a good position. So you got to kind of mess with it a little bit. I kind of crouch down a little and look around to make it straight, and then yeah, that's good enough for the concept. We'll just go there real quick. So yeah, here we are, fully working. My god, I've not played this with a keyboard in forever. Moving your mouse won't do anything with your camera angle. Your camera is obviously fully controlled by your head movement. The only weird part is that it's still, like, doing that takes you out the window. So if you're trying to look to your left sometimes, it throws you out. So yeah, like I said, this works for American Truck Sim and Euro Truck Simulator 2. Oh, fuck that stop sign, don't need it. all mods should work, especially from the Steam Workshop, as well as any ones that you download, as long as they're for the current version. The only mod that does not work, that I've had issues with in the past, was Truckers MP, which I know is quite popular still. But if you want to play in VR multiplayer, you can do the built-in convoys. That does work just fine, no issues there. I've actually done that with my friends. If you guys are interested in that video, I will link it in the description. If you want to just see the concept of this working in multiplayer. Alright, so this section here is going to be for anyone interested in recording with their Oculus. So, I'm going to close that. So, if you have an Oculus and you are interested in recording your VR headset, this method can work for all games that you want to play on your Oculus. So, I just go into my Windows search and I type in Meta or Oculus. You want to click on Open File Location, and you're going to want to right click on that and do it again. Alright, brings you here. Go back to Support. Then you want to go to Oculus Diagnostics. Alright, and then you got Oculus Mirror right here. That's going to be the application you want to open. Pops up this little window, and if I put on my headset, there you go. There's my Oculus Home. You can see everything just fine. So, what I usually do with this is I have two monitors, so I throw that up on my second monitor so that I can get it full screen. And then on my OBS, I set it up as a game capture. So it's resized like this, because something that you will see here is, if I bring this over, moving it around, you can kind of see these black boxes. So I kind of made my recording window a little bit bigger to counteract that. It's up to you if that's how you want to do it, but that's what I did. So then, since I'm going to go ahead and switch to my game capture so you can see that. So then here you go, you have your Oculus homepage. You can literally do anything from here. Alright guys, so for this section I'm going to be showing you how to enable VR for American Truck Simulator and ATS 2 when it comes to any headset that uses SteamVR. Alright, so here for my example I have my Valve Index. So how we're going to do this is we're going to go into Properties, go to Betas, and then Beta Participation right here. You want to switch this to, it does say Oculus, but that's just kind of like the default. It's going to download a small update. And meanwhile it does that, we're going to go back to General. And right here where it says Launch Options, we're going to go here. We're going to type dash Open VR. So there is two options for this. You can either type Open VR or Open XR. There is slightly different performance options. I have not been able to test it yet to know which one is best, so try OpenVR first. If it doesn't run very well and you've done everything with your settings and stuff like that, go in, change it to OpenXR, and see if it runs any better. Alright, so that's done. This is done downloading, so we're going to go and click play, and I will see you in the game. Alright. I'm going to say one thing in here. You're going to want to go to keys and buttons. Alright, and all the way at the bottom with head tracking. Especially if you're using a steering wheel, I would recommend setting a secondary key. Meanwhile, the default is going to be F10. Might want to mess with your graphics settings too. That's totally up to you. I'm going to go ahead and continue. We're going to check in real quick. And here we are. As you can see, everything is working. I usually like to reset the head position so I can get a better like seating position. So there we go, that'll be good enough for proof of concept. So yeah, this tutorial does work, both Euro Truck and American Truck Simulator. And then next up, as soon as I park here, I'm going to be showing you guys, just like what I did with Oculus, how I record my VR headset. Alright, so this is what it looks like with the game open, but you want to go to your Steam, and then you want to grab SteamVR. You'll want to just click on the little 3 lines along with SteamVR, and then your version. You're going to click on Display VR View, and it should give you a window that looks like this. So this is exactly what your headset sees. It would be actively tracking if I was tabbed into the game. So there we go. You're going to want to click full screen. I usually drag this off onto another monitor, and then I'm going to click full screen. And then in your OBS, or whatever you use, I would recommend OBS, at least for this. You want to create a game capture source, and then I do specific window, and then you want to pick the window to be vrmonitor.exe, VR view. Because then what you'll get is this, and this is your VR view. This is your game, and this is going to be pretty much a one-to-one POV of what you are seeing in game. So there we go. That is how you can record using SteamVR and get like a perfect in-game view. If you guys found either of the tutorials helpful, both Oculus or SteamVR, feel free to subscribe and leave a like. I'll definitely share the tutorial around. Other than that, stay tuned if you're interested in BeamNG VR videos or any other VR games. I do plan on starting some like regular uploads on Fridays where I play some other games with some friends. So hey, if you're interested in that, definitely check in on a Friday.